The New England Patriots love hearing this. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron. On the daily Patriots content. Guess what? Don't miss out. All you got to do, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and as well, hit the like button. Truly appreciate it. So today what we're going to jump into right off the bat is Vegas. Vegas odds have only been looking good for the New England Patriots. Why is this important to talk about? A lot of people will tell you, well, Aaron, it's based on what people are putting in. Not necessarily. That's poly market that you're most likely thinking to. Vegas has algorithms. They have number crunchers, all these crazy, they've spent so much money on all this stuff. And these are the numbers that are popped out. Anyone who has ever done any sports gambling at any bit are like, how the heck do they get this number? And then you make the bet and they're like, holy cow, that was accurate. So Vegas, they came out basically have said, listen, based on the ideal schedule of the New England Patriots, where they have a easier schedule. Yes, they have some difficult games. Obviously, they got to play the Bills twice, as well with the personnel they have brought in. Not only Mike Vrabel, but all these different people in free agency that will help drastically, as well as the draft. A lot of people would agree they had one of the best drafts this year of any NFL team. That has shown Vegas. And obviously their number crunching, their analytics, all these different things that, hey, the over under right now is at 8.5. Now I'm going to tell you this, that's a tough one because again, if you look at that schedule and you go down the list and you try to figure out what's going to be a win, what's going to be a loss. One, it's going to drive you crazy. But two, I feel like you're right. You're right there when it comes to, okay, I could for sure go over, but then I never know with these other teams. Are they going to bring? I want to say bring the boom, but that is such a cheesy thing to say. Are they going to bring their best when they play the Patriots and surprise us? Because there's always teams in the NFL every year where you write them off, but they surprise you. Again, we look at the Washington Commies. They were a team last year that I think everyone had written off, and then they proved everyone wrong. And good for them. As well, the Dallas Cowboys were staying in the NFC Beast, the NFC East. The Dallas Cowboys, I think a lot of people thought, man, they're going to be a good team. And they absolutely were awful. They were horrendous. And so, again, you can't just necessarily look at a schedule and say, well, this is going to be a win. This is going to be a win. They suck. This is going to be a win. You never know. I think the Patriots can be, and I've said this time and time again, they can be the Washington Commies for this year and surprise a lot of teams. But 8.5 is tough. It recently was, I believe, 7.5. I told you the over. Again, I still am going to take the over on 8.5 just because I think the Patriots are ready to prove a lot of people wrong, and I think they're going to make leaps and bounds under, obviously, Mike Vrabel, but also the talent they have, not only veteran talent, but the young talent they are cultivating and developing, as well. Having one of the best offensive coordinators helps as well. Now, on top of that, their playoff odds on average across all the big ones. So we're talking DraftKings, we're talking FanDuel, we're talking Caesar Sports, all these guys. About average, it's plus 140 to make the playoffs. Now, if you have no idea what this gambling stuff is, essentially that means you bet $140. You bet $100 to win $140. Obviously, then your $100 back. If it's a minus, then you have to bet, let's say it's minus 250. You bet 250 to win $100. Okay, so plus 140 are not bad odds, not bad odds at all. So again, according to Vegas, the Patriots, it's hit or miss right now. It's right up in the air, and I think that they are going to take that step and prove Vegas that, hey, their numbers were right, and that they're going to prove a lot of people wrong. So what do you think about Vegas, their odds, all that fun stuff? Let me know. Comment below. Are you surprised? Do you think that it should be a lower number? Do you think it should be a higher number? Love to hear what you got to say. Comment below as well. I forgot to mention the last couple videos. Don't forget the hoodie giveaway. We're giving away hoodies. Look in the description below so you don't miss out. Super simple and easy to do this month of June. Next up, running back projections. Now, I think a lot of you are going to be surprised at this. I know a lot of you are going to be surprised with this. Stevenson, first and foremost, Ramondre, I think he's going to be the starter. I don't think that should be a surprise to anyone. I think people are trying to stir up the drama that, well, what about all the fumbles last year? What about all these issues? Yes, but let's not forget the offensive line was horrid. That doesn't mean that he should be able to make an excuse, but it does go to show that, listen, they extended his contract. I think they believe in him. I think he has a lot of potential, and he's going to have a solid secondary punch in Travion Henderson out of Ohio State. Very quick, very agile, explosive, fun to watch. Running back in Travion Henderson is going to be great. I think they also keep Antonio Gibson. I think Antonio Gibson is the type of back as well that Josh McDaniels likes, throwing in the flats out of the backfield. I have a hard time seeing them let go of him, and it was hard between him and Lan Larison. But when I looked at it, when I broke it down, I said, listen, I think that right now the best team available, best person available to help this team is Antonio Gibson. Lan Larison, yes, I know that he can play special teams in all these different positions, but I do think that he will end up on the practice squad, and I think he has a future role at some point with the New England Patriots, but I don't think that he is going to make the 53-man roster. And as well, Brock Lamp. I think Brock Lamp is going to be my surprise, one of my surprise picks, and I put him here. You could have put him at tight end, but again, I'm really high on C.J. Dupree. Dupree out of Alabama. I'm very high on him just because I think he is the type of tight end that Josh McDaniels wants. And you look at Hunter Henry, you look at Austin Hooper, and they ain't, young bucks anymore. And so it's, hey, we need to find a guy who can kind of step in and start being developed, that can play into this Josh McDaniels offense and play it well. And I think that Dupree can do that. I've seen some projections that have Lamp at essentially put under tight end in not keeping Dupree or Jaheim Bell or any of those guys. And then Lan Larison making the running back. That's a possibility. That's true. I don't doubt that. But I think in my heart of hearts, though I like Lan Larison, I think he is a practice squad guy that eventually, potentially based on injury or whatever, will make the 53-man roster down the road. But this projection is just for the 53-man roster at the start of the season. So look this over. I know there's going to be people who disagree, so I want to hear you. Why? What do you like about it? What do you disagree about it? Let me hear you right now. And chances are it's going to be Lamp, Larison, Gibson, a conversation between those three. So would love to hear your comments and your thoughts. Again, it's June. We're giving out hoodies. Don't miss out. Description below. I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. You guys rock. We'll talk later. Peace.